Tryna spend the whole M on some clothes. Got a bonus, I sold out the show. Got like a pot on the stove. Yellow AP on all of my. I like when that wet on the toes. Picture me riding around in that rose. I put some ice on my wrist, it was swole.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Check 50. What? 380. 380.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson, escaping the pressure right. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Check 50.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
95.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go play action now. Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And an alley to run. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check. Right. Look the team. Check. Here we go. 50. Mike 50. Friday. You got time, guys. Out time. Let's get off the field.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Dayon Buchanan with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Now let's go.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now Rosen to throw on second down. Throw right side, going to be caught by Seals-Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Play action here with Rosen. And able to find Kirk complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. A first-half update now from Philadelphia. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. A first down carry here for Johnson. A beautiful span and room to run. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They stay on the ground on first for Johnson. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
On second down, here's Rosen. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, and they've got it here with a first down. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On second down, Rosen. Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
12. Gun. 380.
On second down, Wilson flushed out right. Got an open man, it's Ratley. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
19. Hey, Mike 20. I got you, son.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And now it's Rosen looking. And this is incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Rosen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This will be fielded at the 17. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They begin with a run by Penny, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Here's a give to Penny. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. A handoff to Penny. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
On 1st down, it's Rosen. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And he comes back with one complete. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it. Blue line.
Now it's Rosen. Screenplay, Johnson. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Set. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able in for the stop. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Cardinals got to go quickly, hustling to the line.
Gone, 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 gone. Detroit, Detroit.
Here's Rosen to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Shotgun.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It's taken to the 26. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they start the second half with Johnson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And down he'll go at the 25. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Here we go on 4th down with Rosen. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Watch the air. Right. Blue 15. Feeler.
They give it to Anderson, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
gotta go.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Let's go, 14.
Here's Wilson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Check out. Be alert, be alert.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Don't take forever, okay? Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, dude. Slam, slam. Gotta go, gotta go. Tighten up.
They get it to him running left. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Point after try forthcoming. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Rosen on 1st and 10. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen, eluding the pressure right. Lets it go for Nelson, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. 319. 319.
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. That's caught over the middle by Seals-Jones. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Rosen. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Gone! Hurry up, here we go! 319! 319! 49!
They want to go to the air again with Rosen. And he finds Seals-Jones complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Ricky Seals-Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Now Rosen will lead him up here to go for 2.
Lucky 56.
Rosen to throw again. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny. Avoids him at the 40. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go get it, baby. Let's go. Don't take too long. Hey, check 51. Check 51.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Penny, a first down carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now they'll run it again with Penny. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see.
14.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Lets it go for Nelson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 33. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Spins by. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Hey, over here, over here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
14. There. Hey. 14. 14. Check.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
On 2nd down, Rosen. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Rosen on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 43.
4 down.
Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Gotta go.
The pitch goes to Penny. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Seahawks on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
4 down, 4 down.
Wilson. Hard throw, incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Gun! All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19! Gun! Detroit!
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39! Green 39! Detroit! Gun! All right, now, lucky 56!
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Gun! All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39! Detroit!
Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Brendan Langley picks it, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is T.J. Logan to return it. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Back to the air, Rosen after the pick six. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On first down, it's Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Lucky 56. Gun! Detroit!
Second and 10. It's Rosen again. And that's caught inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. First down now, but that clock rolling. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively, kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
You say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at EA